Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Mulibwanji, mulishani, muliuli, muliwati, and everything else. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for subscribing if you are a subscriber, and if not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, hit that sub button and turn on your post notifications. So I just got back from work and I had one hell of a day, if I tell you. I had a crazy ass day. I'm really tired. But something happened today which really struck me and I felt like I needed to talk about it because, I had the conversation with myself as usual. So here's the scenario, right? I knock off from work and I'm supposed to meet up with this guy, and he tells me, okay, we'll meet up by the bus station which is closest to your workplace. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So I walk to the bus station and I call him because I don't see him when I get there. So I call him and I'm like, oh, you're where at? And he's like, oh, I'm like 2-3 minutes away. Fine. So I sit down on the bench, like the bus stops or the bus stations, the bus stop has like the benches where you wait. So I'm seated on the bench there, minding my own business, scrolling my phone, just living my best life. And I can hear around me men heckling and just saying all sorts of, and I continue to ignore that because like it's none of my business. Let people make the noise they want to make. So I continue being on my phone, scrolling, and then this one man decides he has all the audacity to come and tap me on my shoulder so that I give him and his fellow men who are heckling at me attention, right? So I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, is this man even okay in the head? Like, are you mad or are you stupid or what is it? And then the other man on the bus now is talking to me, saying all sorts of rubbish things. Hey, beautiful girl, who are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's just go together. Shine your core. You look so sexy. Wow, beautiful legs. What? So beautiful. And I'm just like very irritated at this point. I'm extremely irritated. I'm super annoyed and I continue to ignore them. So I go back to my phone and I'm scrolling on my phone and they keep heckling at me. And then I pick up my phone and call the guy I'm waiting for. I'm like, yo, where, like, how far are you? Where are you? Because I'm being harassed right now. So as I'm picking up this phone call, as I'm calling the guy I'm waiting for, the man who's talking to me continues talking to me, right? And it's like, wow, just saying all sorts of things. Shine your call, shine your call. So I'm like, yo, like, what's your problem? Like, can you leave me alone? What the hell is your problem, right? And then I tell the guy on the phone, I'm like, bro, how far are you? Can you get here as soon as possible? Like, I'm being harassed and I don't like it. We need to leave. And he says to me, but why are you responding to them? Why do you have all the energy and all the time to be responding to them? That's the thing with you. You always want to respond and use your energy and da 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 da. And I'm like, first of all, I did not even expect that reaction. And okay, yeah, sure, I've heard you. And I hung up the phone. And in that moment, I felt like that was not the reaction I was expecting from him. To me, I felt like I was hoping his initial instinct would be to feel protective, like what's going on? Like, I'll be there, as soon as possible and whatnot. But then that was a different case. And I also understand why he said that, because note he said, the problem with you is you always have the energy to respond and react to people and whatnot, which is the very truth. It is the truth 100%. Let me tell you something about me. If you come for me, I'm coming for you. Listen, we're going to fight. I'm not afraid of you. Like, I will fight you. I will beat you down. You want to say rubbish to me, I will say it right back to you. That is me. That is me 100%. So I understood why he said that. But at the same time, I was not expecting that reaction, right? Because first things first, I'm seated at the bus stop waiting for you. If I wanted to avoid this, I would have gone wherever I was supposed to go. I would have gone home. I would have left the environment. But I'm sitting here waiting for you, And when I finally meet this guy, he actually asks me, like, what was happening? So I'm like, they were just harassing me. And he asks, why were they harassing you? Like, for no reason. And I just said, since when has a man ever needed a reason to harass a woman? Let me say it a little louder for those at the back. Since when has a man ever needed a reason to harass a woman? You guys, it's a very, very sad thing that we are living in a world where men will say all sorts of things to us when we are minding our business. I could be walking down the street so innocently doing my own thing, and someone is going to catcall me, someone is going to heckle at me. Most times I will get insulted, other times I will, like, for what? Like, what is the reason? What is the reason? And we're living in a world where you are expected to just ignore it. You are expected to just be quiet because a woman should be meek, a woman should be weak, a woman should be quiet, a woman should be, what is that, seen and not heard? Yeah, a woman should be seen and not heard. Like, what the bleep 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 is that kind of nonsense? You see, those are the types of things that just don't fly with me. Because with me, like, you're not going to disrespect me. I can be very damn disrespectful. That's just the truth of it. Like, I'm one of the most disrespectful people. If you come to me with disrespect, I'm going to disrespect you. Don't expect, oh, because she's a girl, she's a woman, she's able. We don't do that here. We do not do that here. So this situation really made me think about it a lot. And I found myself not faulting the guy that I was with because I know him. He's a really, really good guy. A guy with good morals, a guy with, good values and things like that. But at the same time, it made me realize that I couldn't fault him because him and I have experienced or are experiencing and have perceptions of the world differently, simply because he's a man and I'm a woman. Just that factor allows us to have different experiences of the world. So, what I may even explain to him, what I may labor myself to explain to him, is not nice, is uncomfortable, is unwarranted, all those unsolicited compliments that we don't like, that is harassment to us, that is a form of abuse to us. He would never understand because he has not lived in a world where he gets that. He does not live in a world where he gets that. And also knowing that he is a typical Zambian African man who has been raised in this patriarchal type of, setup and misogynist type of setup, he would not understand what I'm saying because he has not experienced that. It really made me think about, do I want to labor myself explaining my troubles as a woman to this person who will really not understand? He may empathize with me. He truly may empathize with me, but he would just not understand. And it really took me back to, over the weekend we had this there was this post on Facebook that was going crazy. This life coach, calls himself a life coach, posted something about a scenario where he was in town or something like that, like in a store, and there's this woman who's there who's asking for prices and just being assertive and being loud, as he put it. And after she leaves, the men who are there remain discussing how she is so ratchet and so loud and she's too much, and the woman should be seen and experienced and not heard. And it was alarming how many men were actually siding and supporting this. And alarming also how many women were taking the time to explain themselves and taking the time to actually, argue with this man. Because I'm like, listen, bro, he will never understand. He cannot understand. He is not living in a world where when he walks down the street, people are going to tell him, beautiful thighs. Hey, sister, you look like you could be my next baby mama. Like, they don't experience that. We do. And we know what it feels like. And it is still very saddening that we're in a world where men expect us to just accept whatever they throw to us, whatever they say to us, and we just take it nicely and neatly because we are women and we shouldn't be heard and da 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 da. That needs to end and that needs to stop. And my takeaway from my experience is, And I feel so proud of myself, first of all, that I was mature enough to actually think about it in this way. Those of you who know me know how passionate I am about such issues, and you know that I can go on a rant. Like, I will talk about it over and over. Like, I will embarrass you because you're trying to demean a woman. But I actually thought about it, and I sat down and I thought about it. And my takeaway from the whole situation was, you need to pick your battles. Pick your battles. Know when to fight. For me, in this situation, having to explain or to even get mad at this guy, it felt useless because he won't understand. He just cannot understand my plea or my plight or my issue with the situation. He cannot understand. To him, he still lives in a world where someone needs to have a reason to harass you. And for me, the reason a man can harass me is because I'm a woman. The reason a man can harass me is because I've got these beautiful, sexy legs. The reason a man will harass me is because of my beautiful titties. A man will harass me because I've got a beautiful smile. A man will harass me because I'm a woman. So we just live in two different worlds. And I don't think it was worth the explanation. So, yeah, basically, that was my experience. I know plenty of us have had those experiences where we feel harassed even when other people around us don't see what that is. And I know you can relate. I would love to hear some of your stories. Just tell me incidences when you felt harassed by men, especially. And if you are a man and you felt harassed by women or a woman, I would actually like to hear about that as well. Like, tell me an incident when you felt harassed by a woman simply because you are a man. Like, you felt like this was targeted, a gender type of harassment, or abuse. And I'd really like to hear that perspective. So yeah, basically that's that. Women, you need to speak up, be assertive. If you don't like it, say you don't like it. Say no when you need to say no. Say yes when you need to say yes. Don't be afraid to take what's yours. Don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid to fight for it. You're a woman, not like a dead plant. Like, be a human being. Be a human being, okay? So on that note, I need to go take my night shower before I get into bed. I'm really, really exhausted. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm telling you this again. Please subscribe. Share my YouTube page with all your friends and your family. And yeah, let's get it. See you next time. Bye.